What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Zach. This is your mental health check-in with the number one question. How's your mindset? Every day, we all go through something. And at times, it can be many situations. Some people go through many things versus what somebody else goes through. In other words, you might see someone that goes through maybe one or two situations versus another person who might go through 5 or 6 situations, for example. But at the same time, guess what? We're all 100% human with a 100% different and also 100% true story about us. Now, again, you might not understand what somebody goes through, and that's more than okay. That's 100% more than okay to not understand something. And I get it 100% that you're in a spot where you think, oh, okay, well, what questions do I ask? I don't understand this or this or this, but what questions do I ask? With that said, ask whatever questions that are on your mind. In other words, ask what you're not sure about. If you have a question about something, ask. And maybe, you ask a question and you're not, and you ask somebody a question and they answer you, maybe you're still not sure, how, about that answer. Okay? With that said, ask until you understand what that person is saying or persons are saying. Because again, there's nothing wrong with questions. I promise you that. 100% promise you that. Because questions are how you learn. The more questions you ask, the more you learn. Again, easier said than done, I understand. 100%. Because again, you never know what questions are, to ask. It takes a while to, might understand, what questions you're going to ask. But I hope you understand as well. It's okay to ask questions more than a lot of people think. Ask until you understand what's being said. Because again, questions are how you learn. And that's one reason that I say, here on YouTube, when I started this, ask me any questions that you have. I don't mind questions at all. I don't mind questions at all. Questions are how you learn. Questions are how you learn. And I'm all for teaching you anything that I know. That's why I say, ask me any questions you have. Um, sometimes it can be tough to ask a good question because again, you're not sure what questions to ask. And like I said, that's on you to decide what questions that you have to ask. That's on you to decide what questions that you have that you want to ask. And like I said, I encourage that. I encourage each and every one of you that are viewing this YouTube video to ask questions. Ask any questions that you have. I don't mind those questions. Because again, questions are how you learn things. That's how we learn. That's how we all learn things, is questions. For example, and 100% truth. When I first started on YouTube, I thought to myself, I'm going to make this a working, paying job because for the number one reason, I love to help people. I love to help people, get through anything that you or they go through or also have been through. Because again, the past can and unfortunately does sneak up on us all. And I've been there. I've been in that situation. And sometimes those situations can be a little bit, and a lot of times a lot scary for a lot of people. And it depends on what everybody goes through, because, it depends on what somebody goes through because we all go through something different. And at times, it's not just one thing we go through. Sometimes it's a lot of things. But with that said, feel free to ask me questions, no matter what those questions are. But again, with that said, keep being you and let nothing or no one hold you back from anything. Always keep a smile on your face. Yeah, I get it. Some days, even a lot of days, are a lot harder to keep a smile on your face. Because again, we all go through something. But always remember, keep a smile on your face. It's okay to break down if you have to. Because we all have those breakdowns. Even I have those breakdowns. I have had those breakdowns. And you know what? A lot of times I don't show those breakdowns. And that's because of all the hell that I've been through. Like I've told you about. But it's okay. It's okay not to be okay. And that's exactly why I do these mental health check-ins. Is because it's okay not to be okay. And like I said, I myself have went through depression. And I went through it for a couple months. And it can be scary. There's no other way to put it. It can be and that's scary sometimes. And that goes for everybody. That goes for everyone. anyone that goes through it, yes, it can and is scary. I, everybody has their own. Like I said, we all have a 100% different, but also 100% true story of us. But yes, when you go through that, it's scary, and it's okay to admit you're scared. Was I scared when I went through depression? Hell yeah, I was scared. I was scared big time. But I got through it. And again, there's a lot of people who have went through it, have went through depression, and they're not here now. I unfortunately know a lot of people that have passed from going through depression. And with that said, that's why I do these mental health check-ins. Because I try to save so many people and say, look, I know it's scary going through something like that. And it's okay to be scared too. But realize, again, that there's help out there. Go get, if you're scared, go to the doctor. Go to your family physician, your family doctor. But if you're scared to go to your family doctor, take someone with you. Take a trusted family member with you, or someone that you trust with you. That helps. Again, when I went through depression, was I scared? Yes, I was scared shitless. There's no other way to say it. And I had somebody with me as well when I went to the doctor. Help take your parents with you. That's what I had to do. Took my mom with me. But again, that helped. That helped. Yeah, was it hard to admit that I went through that? Yes. It was one of those things that at first I really didn't see, it really didn't hit me as much that I was going through that. Until, I went and talked to the doctor about it. And then, once I got on something for that, I thought, wow, I really went through a lot of hell. That depression was hell. And now I feel 100% better as far as that goes. I mean, yeah, obviously I still got a lot of the sinus, as you can tell in my voice. But with that said, again, never be afraid to say, hey, I'm scared to go to the doctor all by myself and talk to him about, the depression I've gone through or whatever the case may be. Never be afraid to say that you're scared and say, hey, I'm scared of this, I'm scared of that. can you go with me to the doctor, or with me to work, whatever the case may be. Because, again, that's okay. It's okay to admit that, too. When you admit you're scared of this or that, don't be afraid. Like I said, it's okay not to be okay. So, with that said, again, keep being you. I'm proud of you more than you'll ever know. And I know that I haven't done a lot of YouTube videos saying, that I'm just, that I'm proud of you on, just YouTube videos saying I'm proud of you. With that specifically. But I am proud of you more than you'll ever know. And with that said, again, I'm also here. No matter what you go through, you're gonna get through. Like I said, when I have my elbow surgery on my right elbow, it might be a week, about a week before I post it on YouTube. Maybe it might be sooner than that, but either way, I will always still comment, reply to comments, reply to, subscribers. If you subscribe, I will subscribe back. No matter what, I'm always going to, if I see people subscribe, I'm going to subscribe right back to you. If you comment, I'm going to reply to your comments. I got you. I'll always have your back. No matter what we go through, we're always going to get through. So again, with that said, keep being you. Much love. My name is Zach. And I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate all subscribers. Each and every one of you. Keep going. Keep smiling. Keep being you. And let's get it.